Have you ever wondered how a conversation you have today will have impacts on others tomorrow or even in the future? The Center for Disease Control and Prevention states that vaccines prevent 2 to 3 million deaths annually, yet misinformation causes thousands of preventable deaths each year. This shows that unfamiliar territory frightens people, and their fear lead to irrationality, causing them to spread false information to avoid confronting the unknown. Good morning, everyone. My name is Syahirah Yasmin, and today's topic will be Empower Fact, Vaccinate and Strengthen Your Health, focusing on vaccination hesitancy and misinformation. As a student with science background, I have learned and seen the heavy impact on humans when diseases were ignored, particularly when misinformation is the cause. Misinformation may be as small as changing a few words, but it could ruin lives, especially regarding vaccines. Today, I would like to discuss how something as small as a whisper in the wind can make it into a bigger problem, causing fear to health organizations. Let's look into misinformation and why something as small as whispering between friends and family could lead to something more. Misinformation refers to false or inaccurate information shared without the intent to deceive. It spreads faster than true information and can be originated from many sources. A study by MIT found that false news stories are 70% more likely to be retweeted than true stories. Hesitation to take a vaccine fueled by misinformation would undermine public trust in health organizations, which would lead to decrease in vaccination rates and an increase in vulnerability to preventable diseases. According to a study published in Nature Human Behavior during the COVID-19 pandemic, false information about vaccine safety on social media contribute to vaccine hesitancy. Studies also have shown that exposure to such misinformation can increase hesitancy, undermining efforts to achieve herd immunity. Other than that, World Health Organization WHO also has cited that vaccine misinformation is a major driver of vaccine hesitancy, which listed as one of the top 10 global health threats. This has contributed to the outbreaks of diseases like measles and polio in areas with declining vaccination rates. Next, we move on to a bigger issue: how detrimental hesitancy is that people need to be aware of it. The public was not made aware of in the process of making vaccine itself, at least not until an issue has arisen or the solution has been made. This uncertainty keeps people on the edge of their seats and makes them fidget, which can lead to fear that fester in their minds if the issue is not addressed. Parental hesitancy regarding recommended childhood vaccine is a rising public health concern, influenced by personal belief, vaccine-related factors, and environmental contexts. This hesitancy can result in delayed or refused vaccination, leaving their own children vulnerable to preventable diseases. Jamie J. Lister also highlighted that mistrust in public health intervention, more specifically within the rural communities, is deeply rooted, influenced by historical events and systemic neglect. To address these issues, scientific evidence and addressing misinformation itself would help calm the public minds and prevent numerous separable infectious diseases. Scientific evidence itself would help because we cannot argue with facts, can we? As long as they are backed up with relevant and easy to understand information. So people can read and understand what is going on, enhancing public understanding of health information to enable informed decisions and developing critical thinking skills to assess the credibility of health information sources. Addressing misinformation, on the other hand, is a bit hard as people love to talk and exaggerate things sometimes without meaning, as it makes telling stories more captivating for the audience. But it is not impossible to achieve as long as the effort is made, and now, with the technology in our hands, it should have been easy to prevent misinformation. However, these technologies make it both easier and difficult to discern the truth from the false if you don't know where to look for. We have the fact-checking organization to help us in verifying information and educating the public, as well as the technology industry for controlling the spread of false information on their own platforms. As the world moves forward, Issues such as misinformation and vaccine hesitancy should be reduced in number as technologies help in searching and clarifying information. In conclusion, words is just that words. It should have been used wisely before being uttered to others to avoid misinformation and affecting others. By default, this should help others spare their feelings or in this particular topic, save their lives when they should have been vaccinated when it is being administered. Embrace the fact and ignore false information as we move forward. We should have used our mind to discern information, given out whether it is good or not, and not just blindly following others. Even though we are not out scientists ourselves, to help making the vaccine, we have the power to help others by believing in them to ensure our world's health and safety. Remember, words can be a double-edged sword. Say things that you mean and think carefully before you talk. That's all from me. Thank you.